Telkom Business, behind South African businesses' drive to thrive.
In spite of major challenges, the township market continues to thrive in South Africa. According to Roger Wilco's 2022 Township CX report, this market is estimated to be 900 billion rand in value. Welcome to the Entrepreneurial SME. I'm Rams Mabote. This evening I'm joined by CEO and founder of WalkFresh, Lethabo Mokoena. Let's take a look at what it takes to build a reputable sneaker cleaning business.
My name is Lethabo Mokoena and I'm originally from Daveyton, born and bred Daveyton in the east end of Johannesburg. My business is WalkFresh, as you can see there. It's a sneaker cleaning and shoe care company. Started the business 2015 June, on the 5th of June 2015. The business came about from my frustration with how my friends were unemployed when I came back from varsity. And I came back, one of my friends was cleaning his mom's shoes, and I said, yo, I think you can get paid for this, you know. And I think from there, I saw the business opportunity, started working with my friend and some of his other friends. At the time, I was still living in Kokasi in Machinta. So I saw it as something that we can pursue together and we have money. My positive insights from running WalkFresh for the past 8 years, I think the one that stands out the most is the belief people have in entrepreneurs like myself. We've made too many mistakes. We've made a lot of mistakes, right? And personally as an entrepreneur, I've also made a lot of mistakes. And to see our clients coming back and giving us another shot, and to see the stakeholders coming back and say, no, it's fine, we'll try again. I think for me, that's been the most prominent, the most consistent insight that it's okay, we can keep going. It's not an overnight thing. That's why we're here 8 years later, right? So for me, that's the greatest insight. But I think technically, the insights that I've learned or that I've picked up from WalkFresh as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, is we're running a system, right? We're not running a branding campaign. We're not running an influencer campaign. We're running a business. We're running a system. Therefore, we must treat it as such. Where I see my business in the next 3, 5, 10 years, I see it in the hands of the young entrepreneurs that come after me. I really think I've done my best with the business. And if I hang on any longer, I'm going to kill it. We're studying a school, we call it Soul Survivors. We are the only people that can solve our problems, right? So where I see WalkFresh 3, 5 years from now is as a micro-franchise business, where we're saying to these kids that we're mentoring, here's a WalkFresh, open up in your township, we'll teach you how to do it, we'll supply you with the product, and let's see how many jobs you can create.
Lethabo, good evening. I am not sure. They say when you start a business, you're solving a problem.
Yes.
I'm not sure whether you were solving a problem of dirty sneakers or a problem of unemployed friends, Kokasi. You were doing something for them.
I think it was a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
I had a lot of suede sneakers that I didn't know what to do with. Even now I'm wearing suede sneakers. I like suede sneakers, but at the time I didn't know what to do with them. But simultaneously, I had a big problem with the unemployment in my township. So I think it was a 2-for-1 package. Yeah.
I would have thought this business, and I'm glad to see that now that, you're spreading out the Sandton now, that this business is meant for the middle class and the affluent who will own a lot of these things but don't have the time, nor the energy, nor the appetite to clean up the sneakers. I would have thought in the hood, people do it themselves because they can't afford a service like yours. How did it take up?
I mean, it is a popular opinion that's slightly misinformed about like the affordability in the township, right? And I think testament to that is how big brands are fighting to go into the township. Yeah. So people in the township do have money. There is a segment of people in the township that really don't want to live in a suburb, or maybe they can't afford a bond because of certain systematic regulations or boundaries rather. But I think for me, in my experience in running the business in the township and mentoring other entrepreneurs in the township, people are cleaning sneakers and they're paying us to do that for them, And I mean, initially when we started, it was really something that we had to teach people. We had to re-engineer the culture of I'll do it myself to say, bring it to us and we'll do it for you. And I think that's why we've always said as a team, we've never been the first one to do it. We're just the ones who decided to professionalize it. So to speak to the affordability, we have proof that people can afford this in the time.
Why sneaker cleaning? You could have chosen, I mean, you went to study what?
Yeah. Marketing. I did corporate communications, so I majored in branding.
Yeah.
So I have a passion for writing. I did copyright at some point. And sneaker cleaning came, I never imagined myself as an entrepreneur first and foremost, right? So sneaker cleaning came as a thought, as an opportunity that I saw in that moment. I'm not a sneakerhead. People expect me to say I'm a sneakerhead. I wait in queues for sneakers. I don't do that. Like I like vinyls more than anything. So it was something that was there, and I saw an opportunity, and the barriers to entry were very low, and I was like, okay, maybe that's something we can pursue. You know. How
do you differentiate your pricing strategy for different markets, because you're operating in completely different markets?
Yeah, 100%. And I think a lot of thinking and research went into that, right? Where we had to understand our LSMs and understand that if we have a store in Sandton, the costs that go into us delivering a service and the costs that go into us delivering a service at Daveyton are different. Like the rent we pay at Daveyton is completely different from the rental one would pay in Sandton. But I think because at the time we were starting, even the cleaning, the paying of it was very new. So it was a gift and a curse. A gift in a sense that the page was blank, so we could decide where the market should pay. But similarly, we had to convince people that it's worth it, right? So there's a lot of research that went to it. There's a lot of surveys we did with people to say, would you pay this for the service? I mean, when we were starting out in Daveyton, we used to charge 20 Rand for sneaker cleaning, and today we charge 100 Rand for the same service. You know, so
and the numbers have not dropped.
No, they haven't. They really haven't. Instead, we've seen growth, right? We've seen steady growth. So yeah.
What makes you unique? You said yourself that you didn't start this.
No.
Other people were doing it. I mean, I've known a few before.
Yeah.
What makes yours unique?
What makes us unique is definitely the professional approach we took with sneaker cleaning. From day one, we had like a formal brand. We had the logos. We had the marketing material. We were in like intersections, handing out flyers. We had billboards and all of that. I think the professional take we decided to use for the business, number one, is what made us stand apart. But more than that, I think people relate to our story more than anything, as to how we started the business and how we stuck to our guns in terms of where we come from, and really embracing our culture to say, we're not trying to be smart with this. We're just reigniting what's always been there. It's a heritage where Madala, Kokas on Sundays, Speaker Out, Polishing is Crockett and Jones. That's something that we're bringing to the forefront. So.
I've interviewed a lot of people week in, week out here, and most of them have told us that COVID was one of the worst times in business.
Yes.
How did it impact your business?
It almost shuts us down, right? All the stores were closed, so there was no revenue, and a lot of the times, even for my peers who are also in different businesses during COVID, the biggest thing was the employees, right? We didn't have money to pay our employees. And that's why I always preach compliance to my friends who are in business. We're fortunate enough to be compliant with the labor department, so the TERS was able to pay our employees, right? And I think because of bootstrapping, you always run the business at minimum costs, right? So even though the stores were closed, we didn't have very big overheads, right? So we were able to maintain and just keep ourselves afloat as a business. And also just do backdoor dealings, right? During lockdowns, we would go to people's houses and steal the sneakers from their houses, you know? And just like, that just speaks to our agility as a small business.
We're gonna take a short break. When we come back, we continue our conversation with Lethabo Mokoena.